In this section, we will learn about points, how points are created, and how they are added to the drawing using different methods. We can also view information about points in the Toolspace panel. As you can see, there is a Points section here. By right-clicking on it, we can use the Create option to create a new point. Alternatively, from point groups, we can create new point groups through Properties or by selecting New. We can also create points from the Ribbon panel. In the Points section, when we click on it, we see panels that allow us to create points using various types of methods. For example, let us start from the beginning. As you can see, there are several sections here. Create point, miscellaneous, create point intersections, create point alignments, create point surface, create point slope, and interpolate. First, let us start with the miscellaneous section. Here, as you can see, there is an option to create a point manually, as well as an option to create a point automatically by entering northing and easting XY coordinates. Let us begin with this method first, that is, how we can add a point to the drawing or to any location by entering XY coordinates. We click on northing easting. It is very important to always monitor the command line, because AutoCAD Civil 3D provides questions and instructions there. Therefore, the command line must always be observed carefully. As you can see, once we click on Northing easting in the Points section, Civil 3D immediately asks us a question in the command line. It says that first we need to enter the northing coordinate. Let us enter any value for the northing coordinate, for example, 1000. After pressing Enter, Civil 3D gives the next instruction and asks us to enter the easting coordinate. Now we enter the easting value, for example, 2000, and press Enter. Next, Civil 3D asks us to enter a point description. This means we should provide a name for the point. Let us call it Point A. Then we press Enter again. After that, Civil 3D asks us to enter the elevation value of the point. We assign any elevation, for example, 500. We press Enter, and now our point is ready. If we zoom or pan the view, the point appears on the screen. As you can see, the point has been created successfully. Now Civil 3D asks for the next point. In the same way, by entering northing, easting, point name, and elevation, you can continue creating additional points. We close this command and move on to the next operation. From the Create Point Greater Than Miscellaneous section, we have already created a point using northing easting. Now we want to create a point manually. When creating a point manually, we do not enter northing easting coordinates. We click on Manual, and Civil 3D asks us to specify the location on the screen, meaning where the point will be placed. Since we define the location ourselves, we click on the desired position in the drawing. However, the point does not appear immediately. Why does it not appear? Because we still need to enter some information about the point. We have already defined the location. Now Civil 3D asks us to enter the point name. Let us name this point Point B and press Enter. Then Civil 3D asks for the elevation. Let us assign an elevation of 200 and press Enter. After that, the point is created at the selected location. This is another method of creating points. We close this command and move on to another method. We have created points manually and using northing easting. Now let us see how to create a point using azimuth. We click on Azimuth, and Civil 3D asks us to select the starting point, meaning the point from which the new point will be created. To select a point correctly, as mentioned in previous lessons, the Node option must be enabled in Object Snap Settings, or you may enable all object snaps. We select the starting point. Then Civil 3D asks us to enter the azimuth angle, that is, at what angle the point should be created. Let us enter an azimuth of 45 degrees and press Enter. Then Civil 3D asks for the distance. This means the length in meters. As you can see, the azimuth direction is now fixed. No matter how we move the cursor, the direction does not change, It only moves along the 45-degree azimuth. Since we have not yet entered a distance, we can extend or shorten the line freely. Once we enter a distance, the point will be fixed at that distance. Let us enter a distance of 50 meters and press enter. Now Civil 3D asks for the point description, that is, the point name. Let us call it point C and press enter. Then Civil 3D asks for the elevation of the point. Let us enter an elevation value, for example, 100, and press enter. Now our third point has been created. If we want to create another point using azimuth, we can again select any point and repeat the process. We press escape to exit the command. We have now created points using azimuth. Next, let us create a point using an angle. We click on Angle. Civil 3D asks whether we want to define the angle using lines or points. Since we do not have lines, we choose points. Civil 3D asks us to select the first point, meaning the starting point. We select the first point. Then it asks us to select the second point, which defines the reference direction. We select the second point. Next, Civil 3D asks us to enter the angle. At what angle do we want to create the point? Let us enter 60 degrees and press enter. As you can see, the angle is now fixed, and the direction no longer changes. Now Civil 3D asks us to specify the distance, meaning how many meters away the point should be. The angle has been defined, and now we define the distance. Let us enter 50 meters and press enter. Before creating the point, Civil 3D asks for the point description. Let us name this point Point D and press enter. Then it asks for the elevation. Let us assign an elevation of 300 and press enter. After that, the point is created successfully. There are many options available for creating points. It is unlikely that all of them will be needed in practice. In most cases, the main methods we use are manual, northing easting, and angle-based point creation. Now let us look at the settings related to these points. To do this, we select any point. As you can see, once the point is selected, the Contextual tab appears. Here, we can see information related to the point, such as its name, for example, point 4. From this section, we can make various adjustments. If we want to make any changes or perform operations related to the selected point, we do so from this Contextual tab. For example, let us go to Point Group Properties. A window opens. As you can see, in the Point Group Properties window, the first thing we see is the point style. This defines how the point looks visually. Below that, we have label styles, which define what information is displayed next to the point. Let us first look at the point style and change how the point appears. By clicking on the style, we can preview how it will look before applying it. For example, the point is currently in basic style. If we change it to benchmark, the points will appear in that style. If we change it to standard, the points will appear differently. Before applying a style, we can click on it to preview how it looks. Let us choose the benchmark style and click apply. Now the appearance of our point has changed to the benchmark style. Next, let us look at the point label style. We click on this section. For example, there is an option called Description Only, which means that only the point name will be displayed next to the point. Another option is Elevation and Description, which means both the point name and its elevation will be displayed. There is also a northing easting option. When this is selected, only the X or Y coordinates of the point are displayed next to it. Let us select northing easting and click apply. As you can see, the northing and easting coordinates now appear next to all points. There are many other options available here. We will go through all of these sections in detail in future lessons. For now, this is enough.